check me, boo.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see that every time that I post. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the content, and anything you would like to add, feel free to do so down below in the comment section. So we are back for the finale of Locke and Key. Okay, now I was a little mad when I first cut, Netflix on and I seen that 39 minutes. I was like, what is this? Because it's a finale. I need a good hour and 30 minutes. Like, I need information because there's a lot that I need to be fulfilled, and there are things that we got to do. But when I tell you it was minute for minute, second for second, like action-packed, they were giving me everything that I need. Everything. Okay, so let's get started. We pick up. Remember in the last episode, Nina kind of faded out of that episode. We seen her and the detective go get coffee. So we pick up with them in the bar getting coffee. And I was like, okay, this is a little weird. Like, who getting coffee this late at night? But whatever. Anyways, they're discussing her little slip up. So he did notice, that she had started back drinking. And they were just talking about her getting back to her sobriety. And so Nina actually says that she doesn't think it was a good idea that she uprooted her family and moved to Matheson. She thinks that maybe they should have just stayed back in Seattle. Now, back at Key House. Remember, we left off. They let Ellie leave with the freaking key to the crown. Ellie went over there to her house and got bopped, her and Rufus. And now Dodge has the crown with the key in it, so she controls all the dark shadows, right? So they're at the house and they're waiting. They're like, what the hell is taking Ellie so freaking long? And I'm like, had y'all not let her leave with the key, we wouldn't be having these issues. Y'all could have just went and checked on her, right? As soon as they get this out of their mouth, like, where's Ellie? Here comes Dodge, honey, walking up the driveway. She got her crown on. She got her shoulder pads on with her little dress. I was like, all right, girl, this is a little extra, but whatever. And when she placed that crown on her head, all hell broke loose. All hell just broke loose. Dodge started releasing the shadows, right? Tyler got the nerve to my some, it's a trick. Don't worry about it. But when they flipped that car way across the way, it wasn't no trick then, was it? They scattered all right on in the house, right? So the shadows are... no, the kids run in the house, right? And they're like, oh, let's barricade the front door. I'm like, these are shadows, and y'all talking about barricading the front door? But they barricade the front door, right? And I'm like, oh, everything's fine, we're good. But they're looking out the window like, where is she? Where'd she go? Well, the shadows come through the house anyways, right? Now, I also forgot, the cute little thing, when they went in the house, they went to go barricade the door. Bo had his lightsaber, and I thought that was the cutest thing. I was like, I don't know who he think he gonna hurt with this lightsaber, but okay. So, the shadows come in the house, right? The shadow comes in the house, they're creeping up, taking our men, the whole world, and if you gotta conquer ours too. But anyways, they came in. Tyler's like, well, I don't know where they are. He starts to head up the stairs, him and Bo. Well, by that time, Kinsey looks over to where Rendell's urn is, and a dark shadow has it, right? The shadow immediately starts pouring out Rendell's ashes all over the place, right? So it's clearly looking for the freaking Omega King. So Ty thought he was about to be Captain Save-A-Ho and go snatch the urn up, I guess, but Dodge caught him by his neck real quick and was like, where do you think you going? So he was over there choking and gagging for his life. Dark Shadow poured out all of Rendell's ashes, and he like let her know like nothing was in there. So Dodge is asking Tyler like, where is it? Where is the key? Bo flips the light, and when he flips the light, the shadow and Dodge disappears. So he's like, it's the lights, cut the lights on, they can't hurt us with the lights. So they're trying to run through and cut the lights on before the shadows snatch them up, right? They go in the kitchen, and the shadows are in there wreaking havoc. They are in that kitchen tearing it up bit by bit. They was even in the refrigerator. I was like, who hiding keys in the refrigerator? Like, I don't think nobody doing that. So they flip the light, all the shadow disappears, but the kitchen is a mess. Bo is crafty with a little lightsaber, right? So they go upstairs, and Bo puts the matchstick key on the end of his lightsaber, and he said that he was going to defeat the shadows with it. I was like, okay, well, we going to see if it's work, if it sets things on fire. And just like that, as soon as he did it, the lights in the house, flick, off, gone. So, of course, no lights. That means here come the shadow. Kinsey, being Miss, I don't have no fear, I'm not scared of nothing, was like, oh, I'm going to go down here to the basement and cut the fuse box back on. I was like, okay. Ty and Bo were like, okay, well, we're gonna run upstairs and get flashlights, right? So they run upstairs to get the flashlights, And they're looking and they're looking and they're looking. Dodge, being the evil genius that she is, she has a shadow masquerading as her. It's not really her that's chasing them around that house. She is hiding in the house watching everything fall apart. So Miss Kenzie, doop 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 doop, down the steps, right? A shadow snatched her up real quick, boom, and it tripped her down the steps. She falls. So when she falls, she drops her flashlight, right? So that means she can't shine the light on the shadow. So when she falls and she comes to, she's trying to get her flashlight. When she goes to reach out for that flashlight, Kenzie got snatched up. Now, when Kenzie got snatched up, Kenzie screamed. Now, what happened to, I ain't got no fear, I'm not scared of them, but now you out here screaming because you sound real terrified to me right then and there. What happened? The shadows were down there about to rip Kenzie apart, and I was like, this girl was about to die down here. But she found her flashlight, she shined her light, and they disappeared. Now upstairs, right before Kenzie flips the fuse on the fuse box, Dodge is in the hallway upstairs with Bo and Ty. And so Bo was like, okay, let me see what this lightsaber can do, right? So Dodge is like, give me the key, like, I want it now, you're gonna die. And so Bo's like, I'm not scared of you, like. So he charges at her, right, and he hits her with the end of the matchstick key. Well, she, I don't want to say exploded, but like dissolved or some stuff. I don't know, it looked weird. But like right as that happened, Kenzie flipped the fuse box and all the lights came on, right? So they're looking and they're like, oh, where did she go? Well, when Kenzie comes upstairs, Kenzie's like, guys, guys, guys. So they go downstairs, and right there in front of the front door at the bottom of the steps is Dodge. Now, they were like, oh, she's dead. We defeated her. We did it good. Now, I immediately noticed that Dodge didn't have the crown on. I was like, that ain't Dodge. I was like, this is a setup. Once again, Miss I don't have no fear Kenzie, she got down there by Dodge to see if she was alive, but Kenzie was crying. What you crying for? You not scared of nothing. What are you crying for, ma'am? Bo, like I did, like I said, Bo noticed too that she didn't have a crown on, so he's like, where's the crown at? And so I was thinking the whole time, I was like, Kenzie gonna get down there and gonna get snatched up. Because you know, in scary movies, as soon as you go to check and see if somebody alive, you get gutted out or something. I was like, she finna be dead. They start discussing, this is the part where they go to the cabinet and Bo pulls out the Omega Key and he's like, oh, everything's safe. Now they just start discussing how to get rid of Dodge. And they're like, oh, you can't kill her. We can't throw her in the well. We don't have the Echo Key. So Kenzie's ass is, how about we take her to the caves and throw her in the door? And Tyler's like, I'm not trying to go down there. And she's like, oh, well, you got a better idea? I was like, you get on my fucking nerves because you almost died in the basement. Right as they're concocting this plan, guess who shows up at the door like two fucking idiots? Scott and Gabe. I was like, oh, I was happy to see Scott. And then I saw Gabe's face and I was like, oh, get off my screen. But they showed up also with Jackie and Eden. And I was like, what the fuck is Eden doing here? But they came in. They're like, okay, we believe you guys. They saw the body. And they're like, okay, we're going to help y'all go down to the caves and stuff to get rid of the spot. Now, right before they showed up, Bo actually told Kenzie and Ty about themselves. He told them to shut the F up because he didn't care what they said, because he was about to go over to Ellie's house and check on her and Rufus, because they had told him they were going to leave him in the house by himself while they went to the sea caves. All this mess just happened in y'all's house and y'all was going to leave him there by himself? What sense does that make? None. Now, side note, I hate emotional touchy-feely things, right? So especially like when like action like packed things are going on, like I hate when it's broken up by like, oh, let's have this sentimental moment. Okay, we're clearly going through, like I said, second by second, minute by minute, action, action, action. And here's Jackie and Ty over in the corner trying to have a sentiment. We don't have time for this. And I was so glad that Scott broke that shit up. I was like, get up out my face with this. I need to see what's going on. Bo makes it over to Ellie's house and he finds Rufus in the floor. And he's shaking Rufus, shaking Rufus, shaking Rufus. Rufus is unconscious and Ellie is nowhere to be found. So, Bo was calling for help. I was like, who you calling for help for, baby? Like, nobody's there. But Bo's calling for help. I was like, okay. The crew has made it down to the sea caves with Dodger's body, right? They get to the door. Now, Miss, we should go put her in the door down in the sea caves. Miss Kenzie told me something. Oh, I think I changed my mind. Maybe we shouldn't do this. This doesn't feel right. But it felt right 10 minutes ago when y'all had to take this long trek down here to get down here. Tell me, now you don't think it feel right. But she's on to something when she says she doesn't think it feels right. The Dodge that they have starts to move, and I was like, what I thought was, I was like, oh, Dodge is somewhere controlling the body to make it move in order to progress them to open the door, right? Ooh, I was wrong. So Tyler's like, well, this is what we're gonna do, and we have to hurry because the tides are getting ready to come in. I was like, Lord, y'all be down here again, about to drown. They do give everybody the protocol. They were like, hey, when this door opens, if you see the little, flammable orbs, get out the way, don't let them hit you. So as soon as they open up that door, the more orbs was pew, pew, pew. I was like, oh Lord, somebody is gonna get hit. But they were dodging left and right like the Matrix. I was like, okay. So they throw Dodge in there, right? And so as they throw her in there, she wakes up and she grabs onto Tyler and she's like, no. But he releases her hand from him and they shove her on in there. Well, as soon as she went off into there, like the little orbs, because they started to shut the door. I guess some orbs was like, oh no, y'all not gonna shut us up in here. They started pew 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 pew. I was like, okay, shut it. Hurry up before somebody get hit. Hurry up. So they shut it, and now we're like, yay, we saved the day. Everything is great, right? Now they all feel like they've really accomplished something, and I'm just like, that wasn't really Dodge. So y'all didn't accomplish anything. She's still out here walking the earth. I knew that I liked Scott from the beginning. Scott told Kenzie she was out of her damn mind if she thought that she was gonna date him and Gabe. He said, no, we gonna be friends and you and Gabe can have each other. Now I can tell by the way that Kenzie and Scott hugged each other that Kenzie is probably gonna be with Gabe for like a fleeting moment, and then her and Gabe are gonna end up back together. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna be patient, I'm gonna wait in season 2 for y'all two to come back around with each other. So we finally see Nina again in the episode. I think we like 20 minutes in. I'm like, the episode almost over. You ain't bit, girl, your kids almost died. So she is at the still out with the detective, and they're flirting. I was like, oh, I see y'all. Okay. But the detective got a phone call, and so he had to leave. Police work. And the detective was actually called over to Ellie's house, and Bo told him, what all happened. He got there, Rufus was on the floor, Ellie was gone. So they've got him in the back of an ambulance, and they tell Bo, like, if you want to go with him, you can. So Bo runs out to the ambulance, and Rufus wakes up, and Rufus gives Bo the head key, and he tells Bo that Lucas changed into Dodge. And so Bo's like, okay. Rufus also tells Bo he has no idea where his mom is. So I'm like, oh Lord, like, where has like Dodge like snatched Ellie? Right before Bo got out of that ambulance, I put 2 and 2 together real quick. I was like, Dodge changed Ellie into looking like Dodge. I was like, she did. I was like, that slick little thing. I was like, okay, but the episode's not over, so I might not be right? And I was like, if she did, that means that Tyler threw Ellie into the freaking black door. I was like, ooh, geez. Bo comes running back in the house because Kenzie and Tyler are there, and he's like, oh, tell them what happened over at Ellie's house. And he's like, are you sure it was Dodge? And they're just like, oh yeah, we're sure, everything's fine, we're okay, whatever. And I'm like, y'all need to listen to your brother because he's onto something, and this is about to be a mess. But they're like, everything's okay, Dodge is gone, we're gonna be fine. I'm like, no, you're not. So the next morning, like, ain't nothing happened, honey. Like a good old 70s show. We got flowers and rainbows, the kitchen was nice and bright. I was like, what the hell is going on over here? They were just, Nina cooked a big old breakfast and Duncan was there. I was like, okay, so we just gonna act like ain't nothing happened. So Nina sits everybody down. She tells them, she's like, you guys, I think it was a bad idea that we moved here. I'm so sorry that I uprooted you. And, we ran from our problems. But we're actually going to sell this house and move back. She's like, it's, it repaired enough for somebody else to move in. She's like, and we're going to move back to Seattle. And so everybody's real quiet at the table and stuff, and then the kids are like, oh, I really like it here. I'm like, y'all like it now because y'all think y'all done did something, but just 3 episodes ago, honey, I don't think y'all liked it too much. So she's like, oh, are you guys sure? They're like, oh yeah, we love it here, Mom, it's great, and this is where Dad grew up and it's a part of us. I was like, y'all are lying. So since they haven't found Ellie, Rufus actually ended up with his aunt and uncle, so he's gonna be staying with them. They're gonna take care of him, and I'm like, okay. And so Nina actually has been like helping put up posters of Ellie that she's missing and stuff like that, and trying to, you know, figure out like where she vanished off to. And I already know Ellie vanished off into that black door. Family goes and disperses what is left of Rendell's ashes, because Rendell's ashes have been on the floor quite a few times, so I know all of what was of Rendell is not in that urn. But they go disperse whatever is left of him over the sea. Everybody is out here living their best life, or so they thought. I freaking told y'all, I've been saying this for since like episode 4, episode 5. I did not like Gabe. I felt like something was up with Gabe, and I was freaking right. Always listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. Dodge has been parading around here as Gabe the same way she was parading around here as Lucas, and I freaking knew it. Well, I didn't know that, but I knew something went right with Gabe. I told y'all, I said, I feel like Gabe is using this for the wrong intentions. And of course he is, because he's Dodge. I was like, look here. Kenzie don't miss. Scott swindled. Everybody else swindled into this big old game that Dodge is out here playing. I was also right about that, about Dodge turning Ellie into, so when she knocked Rufus out, she grabbed Ellie by the throat and then changed her with the identity key into her. So, and then she knocked her out, took her over to Key House, laid her out there on the floor, and then that's who they threw into the black door. So I was right about that. So Ellie is, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get her back. Like, I don't know how that works. Also, Miss Eden, who is already a deplorable person, right? Eden was hit by one of the freaking demons, right? So when Eden was hit by the demon, Gabe seen it. So now she's over here at the cafe when Gabe goes to meet her, eating the same way Dodge was when she got out of the well and went to go to that restaurant. So they're sitting there about to catch up and probably devise a plan to wreak havoc on not only Matheson but the world. Well, no, they still want that Mega Key. They ain't going nowhere. So I already know it's about to be a mess for season 2. Now, overall feelings, real quick before I go for this whole season, I thought it was very well put together, very well thought out. It did have me on my toes, you know. I'm good for being a little, you know, a little Nancy Drew, a little Inspector Gadget. But I thought they did very well. I like the it's new with the keys. Like, you know, we normally get werewolves and vampires and all that. Ugh. But it's new, like, with the keys and the magic. I liked that aspect of it. I can't wait to see what season 2 brings. One, I want to see how long Kenzie is going to be swindled by Gabe before they figure out what the hell is going on. And then I also want to see if they're going to pick up on Eden being, I guess we'll say possessed. But, I mean, she's already a mean girl, so it probably won't be any different, really. Yeah, so I'm really excited about season 2. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!